Hey, another video. And this time I would like to share an experience with helping to assemble a race car from Lego. 1500 pieces. Very intricate, detailed, and everything had to click together just perfectly. And what I learned from it also in the way I approach life. And I think this is the difference between the female brain and the male brain because we as women, we compartmentalize a lot less than the men. The men can look at the engine and just put the engine together and then just focus on that. And I think that we as women, we look at the big picture and we think, okay, we want to visualize where is that engine with all the other pieces, where it is in the car. And that is that is how I think. Now I build miniature cars and trains and even a boat before, but never this with this, this was very detailed and every there was a manual with instruction with it. So every page showed a piece to assemble and then you go to the next page. But I would automatically be 10 steps ahead. So I would work on a piece and then I would look at the next one and then I would compare the two. And often the next one would be a mirror image of the first one. So you can understand that can be very confusing because if you do it a mirror image, then the right is left and the left is right, right? And then you have to assemble it on the car, and sometimes you have to put the body of the car upside down to assemble it. And yeah, my coordination gets off and I'm just lost in the project, right? And it was interesting because in life, I often think, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's good enough, it's good. If there's a little mistake, just continue and don't go back and correct it. But of course, with a project like this, you want it to be assembled the right way. And then you have to go back and then disassemble first and then reassemble that part. And yeah, so when we had to take things apart to correct a mistake, I feel stressed. And I thought, oh no, it's all ruined. I don't know how to put this thing together, and it's all this time wasted. And it reminded me of when I used to do my homework with my dad for calculations. And he would get angry if I didn't get the right answer. So you can imagine that all the feelings, being afraid to say the wrong answer is preventing me to think clearly and to calculate normally. So yeah, that often ended with him walking away angry and me crying. But then my uncle, he would explain it to me and he would take his time and take each little step and visualize it. And then I would just give the right answers. So it's all about the approach. Don't feel too stressed about it and just take it one step at a time. And yeah, don't get all the feelings involved. Because I think women, we it's not that we don't compartmentalize, so it's like a head with all drawers, right? And instead of having only one drawer open for the engine, we've got all the other drawers open as well, and that prevents us to focus on that one thing. And sometimes when you see all the work that is still to be done, and it can be discouraging when oh my God, there's so much to do. But just getting started and making that first step is just focusing on that. And then the next step, just like running a marathon, right? It's not like, oh my God, 42 kilometers. No, you go 1 kilometer at a time and one step, one foot in front of the other. And that's how you progress, right? But this was interesting because I also have an issue with time wasted. So if we had to correct something, then I feel like time is wasted. And I have that in my life as well. Like, oh, if I could do my life over again, I would change this, and this, and oh my, so much time wasted in my, for example, in my marriage in Canada. And I think, oh my God, all this time wasted. But eventually you have to think, okay, that is still an investment in my soul and in life itself. And it's a learning process and it's the journey. And as long as you know where you're going, then you're fine. And also, it's better to turn back halfway than to go astray completely. Because if you keep building the car and there's a mistake in it and that causes other trouble for other parts of the car, then you end up having to correct it anyways. So as soon as you see the mistake, correct it and then move forward. I think that is something that we in life also have to do, because that is exactly what it means to be reborn with Christ, right? To be reborn is to, okay, you you're not bitter what happened in the past. Okay, you get a clean slate, and you continue your life. Nothing is holding you back to do the right thing. And I think that is what is very encouraging. And and that you have to trust in the process. So also put your trust in the Lord, that He straightens your path, and one step at a time, like one block of Lego at a time. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to share this because that is actually a good way of, don't be too stressed about it. Just, okay, you made a mistake. Let's see what it was. Okay, how to correct this, and then just move on. So yeah, I thought that was an eye opener for me after this project. And once you did one car, you want to do the next. So we finished the race car, and then we did a Porsche, and now we're gonna do a Ford GT. So practice makes proficient. Right?